because I want to make the best use of this time. I believe this is the correct one. All right, welcome everyone. Sprint 4, a rising tide. Time to sail away and say goodbye and get ready for Sprint 5 tomorrow. Okay, so everyone knows the spiel. Scrum theory is founded on empiricism and lean thinking, and the purpose of the retrospective is to be introspective and to see what we did well, what we can do better, and then to take concrete actions to improve. It is fundamental to the idea of agile planning and keeps us constantly able to react to context and to circumstances as they change. So I'd like everyone to take a few minutes. I don't want to take too much time doing this, and I did go through and close a bunch of issues, but have a look at the sprint board. Have a look at what you've done. What do I say here? Have a look at how you actually did the work that you prioritized 2 weeks ago. Did you do it? Did something else come up? Can you find out ways to I don't know, do you need to prioritize differently coming up? And yeah, why have you, is there anything you haven't completed? Why? I think we actually did really quite well. Of the issues, almost more than half of them was closed. And I do think there's still some issues in here that either can't be closed because of technical issues or just little blockers, so they have to be pushed into the new sprint. Oh, this one is closed. I don't know if Craig has joined us. No, but this one's closed. Sweet. So just take a few minutes to do that. And then when we are ready, we can jump into, just a reminder, it feels so long ago that we did the sprint planning. Is it just me? But the 2 actions that we decided to bring into this sprint is advice process and use gravity more. So I know that I've been practicing advice process more. I hope everyone is, and that it's working out. A reminder, tomorrow is our sprint planning. So any label that you want to be a candidate for the next 2 weeks of works, tag with next sprint. And when we do our planning, we will filter by next sprint, and those are only the issues we're going to look at. So if there's important work in your working group, please make sure you tag it. All right, is everyone in the retrospective? I think Ivy set up the board and she left us a sweet little surprise. I hope you all enjoy it as much as I did. Isn't that cute? I'll really zoom in because I think it's worth it. She left us a little boat and some water. Okay. All right. So this is the 4th time we're doing this. So I think we're all pretty used to the process. I'm just going to grab my phone. 4 minutes, we will do what went well, and I'll let you know when we have a minute left. And then we can, then we can review it. If we need more time, then we can always add another minute. And the timer is starting now. 1 minute left. Okay, just this small. Okay. Hey, Jake, will you do us the honors of reading what went well this sprint? And if anyone wants to add them on the bottom.
Yeah, give me 2 seconds here.
Okay.
No, not that way. Okay. Completing more issues on time. Prompt communication. The transition to the new Discord has been smooth. Hatch outreach pieces are coming together. Nate will help to improve transparency. Gitbook, it's awesome. There is a lot to contribute there. Work synergy between working groups. The AMA is working well to onboard contributors. We are very close to the hatch. The hack session on source cred params was great. The blog posts are amazing. Gravity guest blog post planning transparencies. Mutual accountability is becoming grounded. Discord migrating went so smooth. More contributors joining. New groups having interest in our work. Discord migration. The TEC is advancing token engineering. Legal contributors explosion. Comms contributor explosion. TechHatch DAO dashboard is making huge progress. 30 hatchers onboarded and $170,000 in soft commits. Great hacking sessions in working group. Good coordination in cross-working group issues. Updating ZenHub using his comms platform between individuals has been great. 2 or more contributors this sprint. Team cohesion feels tight. There is an easy flow between the stewards. I got a lot of help in my different areas from the team. Found a content contributor in Mitch and couldn't be happier. Feel really good about the potential of source cred. I like the hustle from everyone. Discord Groovy Bot is fun, especially for praise quant. Graviton training is mind-blowing every time. Effortless collab on GitHub.
That's really great. I feel like you could do this professionally.
I've been told that many, many times.
So I definitely see like the Discord migration going so smoothly, the new collaborators as two of the real major things, and I think we should all be extremely proud of that. And everyone who worked on it should be extremely proud too. Awesome. Okay. Well, let's do 4 minutes, or maybe we'll take a little more time. We'll take 5 minutes to do what could we have done better? What maybe didn't go so smoothly this sprint? And the time started.
Hello, everyone. Sorry to be late. What are we doing?
Hey, Eduardo, it's the Sprint Retrospective. And if you jump into the agenda, it's in the, okay, cool. There's the link to the Miro board. We're up to the what we can do better section.
Thank you, Tim.
About 1 minute left. Okay, cool. It looks like there's not too many people moving. So, Craig, how's our audio? Are you connected today?
Am I?
Yes.
Yes.
Would you do us the honor of reading the could do better suggestions?
I'm on mobile, sorry.
Oh, no problem. Marco, would you like to do it? Marco?
Yeah. I'm nodding. I'm just searching for the unmute button. All right, could be better. More people helping Hatcher onboarding. Regular updates on progress inside the issues. Having an open list of token engineers in the space where everyone can contribute to and add names. Reaching out more proposals. Shilling proposals that are already on the forum and bringing attention to them. Contributors have a hard time to get feedback on the work they're doing. Every week there are more meetings, less time to do real work. Oh yeah. Helping in Hatcher onboarding. So hard to say no to calls. They're so good and enjoyable, but no time for working. We need more token engineers in our community. Common Swarm lost momentum and we really need to kick it up. Praise quantification Discord Telegram handles relation. More contributors committing to issues. Walking the line of the regenerative token economy against funding public goods. People need to praise themselves, especially on meetings they lead. Streamline onboarding for new contributors and having issues assigned to them immediately. Explaining to people the base layer is a regenerative token economy, but the more important piece is the engineering society-esque nature of our organization. Getting dates in the calendar for reaching out to Hatcher. This has been really tough for me. I could make it a higher priority. Funneling new contributors to pieces of work to new contributors can be improved. More specific about a commons upgrade plan. High meme production. The TEC needs more Twitter following. Do we have a job board? And if so, who's responsible? I think that's it.
Cool. Thank you for that. Okay, before we group these and vote on them, I'd just like to give everyone 2 minutes to share their feelings both about what we did well and what we could do better. And we'll go round robin. And Griff, I'll start with you. Shoot.
Sure. I think one thing that was missed in the what we did well is the transparency audits in the transparency group. I think that's like next level because I haven't seen a successful attempt at that in the DAO space. So I think I have a lot of confidence that we're going to be pretty monumental there. I also put some very confusing ones in the what we could do better. So walking the line of regenerative token economy versus funding public goods. This is the collective psychosis thing. This is this like challenge that's like, no, we're going to do what is normally charitable work, but we're going to make a profit while we do it. But it's not about the profit, it's about doing the work, but the work deserves respect. It's a really hard thing to communicate. I don't think we mastered it yet, but it's authentic. We have to be authentic with our community that, hey, if you're a hatcher, you might make money, you know, and it would be wrong not to tell them that. So we have to figure out how to do that in a good way. And then the other thing is like, but it's not just about like this base layer, like the decentralized grant funding, like economy that we're there, but that there's another layer on top, which is a social layer, which is where we're putting all our efforts to make sure that we have a successful organization that is like a Schelling point for token engineers to come out of their silos and share ideas and meet each other and creating value through this structured community. I don't think we've really talked about that at all, but that's really the value add that we're creating. And I'll pass it to Livia.
Yeah, on what we did well, I think everything is coming into a very like ready to hatch flow. I feel like the working groups are starting to wrap up things, and that we're like waiting for the tech while developing some things. So it feels like a moment to breathe, what is amazing, and then we can welcome new contributors, and that was also really great. Even to see how like 2 contributors that are new already make so much difference on like the momentum and grabbing issues, and that's really cool to see. And yeah, I super second the transparency audit, and I put there the whole like mutual accountability pack that I think is getting grounded, and I feel like we're already doing that. It was very like it emerged very organically, and then now we're just formalizing it together with the audit. That was an awesome idea. And then on what can go better, that I feel like from the working groups that are not so ready to hatch, maybe is the hatcher onboarding, that we need to onboard a lot more people, and maybe we need to bring more people to help on that, because it's a lot of like a time consuming thing, 1 hour to onboard each person. So, and it takes 2 of us to do so. So it's like 2 hours of our collective time to put into that. So the more people we have interested, the better we'll get. And I think we can't forget how the proposals are super important, because it helps the hatchers also when they get in and they see what is there, what are we going to fund. This is like an immediate osmosis learning for everything we're doing. It's like, oh, we're supporting this project, and it's very easy to look at them. So maybe we can just expand the shilling process we do for these proposals, so more people feel interested to come in and put their proposals there, and it's not like a dead end where they just come to the Thursday call and talk about it. But if we had a lot of movement in those proposals, like commenting on it, asking questions, engaging with the people, I think that would be really cool. And yeah, I pass to Santi.
Thank you, Libby. I think that that the time that development is taking or has taken slowing down has given the rest of the groups time to just consolidate all the issues that were just a little bit maybe delayed, and has given us as a whole organization the time that maybe we needed to not rush so much and consolidate everything that was being worked on. I perceive that has been, although it has delayed everything, it has had a good giving us a chance to get everything done that needed to be done and not feel that rush time that we were feeling some weeks ago.
Your sound got very low, Santi.
Sorry about that. My connection is not working very well. So I just perceived that the rest of the groups needed to get some time, not to to try to close those issues that were we had this feeling of being late, and now it's like everything is aligned and getting more and more ready for the Hajj. So that's my personal sense. I'll pass it to Juan Carlos.
Juan Carlos, we can't hear you.
Thanks, Santi. I think that we are doing great as well. Maybe it's my computer. Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now?
We hear you.
Okay. Okay, perfecto. Well, I think that we are going great, and yes, I also think that we're getting ready for the Hajj. I am so excited about the Hajj, and also like to be able to invite also my brothers to be part of the Hajj, and like Mateo as well. So like it's very amazing to be part of all this. And I think that there's this a small issue that for the praise quantifiers, it's a little bit difficult to make all the relations between the handles of Discord and Telegram. So I will pass to the stewards group a link that Ivy sent to me to have like this directory where when we have troubles finding the usernames, we can like identify them for easing the press quantification. And I will pass to Septimus.
Thank you, Juan. I think the Discord migration was successful. Thank you so much, Juan, Metaverde, and Vivi for doing that. Another thing I think it's super interesting. I think like the working groups, we are helping each other, and I think that's something super cool. Like we are not, let's say, trying to make the best working group and don't think about it's like we are working on the same line. And for example, yesterday I was talking with Nate, and we were discussing like what in the future, for example, Nate wants to make another transparency working group, but I was feeling like, man, I don't see it happening. It's better to work together, and yeah, I have these vibes or the community for the community, and I don't even see that coming. Like I in my brain is, I mean, it cannot happen. I don't know. Maybe it's just me. And for the things that could do better, well, I don't remember now, but. Yeah, another thing I see a lot is like people doesn't praise themselves, especially when they're leading the meetings. Happens a lot, and especially normally these people is like the ones who have the more value because they're leading the call. They made the agenda. They did a lot of previous work before the call, and just that. And also on going well, I think there is a huge potential on the Gitbook. And it will help like the community to be actually more transparent, having all the documentation there. Yeah, that's awesome, and there is a lot of work to do. I'm super happy. I'll pass it to Eduardo.
Hey, Eduardo.
Did he freeze or did he sleep?
Oh, I think he may be frozen. Oh.
You're back.
Hey, Eduardo. You might have a bad connection. Hi, Eduardo. Oh.
Yeah. Yeah. Do you hear me?
You're breaking up.
Can you turn off your video? Maybe turn off your video and
Now,
hopefully it's better.
do you hear me now?
Yeah.
Okay. Yes, I have a bad connection here. Connect to the same internet. So, I do feel that what went well was onboarding people and finishing onboarding ourselves. I felt that everyone took the time and the effort to put up with that and sync with everyone, and we managed to onboard everyone, so that went well. Also, the audit that Septimus did, I think that went very well for me, at least. I really like that. That went well, and the things that we could do better, I do think, as Livy mentioned, I myself probably underestimated the effort and time that took to onboard people. I didn't think it was such a natural, organic process, which is part of our cultural build. So I think that we could do better at helping on the onboarding process, maybe on the proposal aspect. Yeah, that's my feedback on that. Back to you, Anita.
Okay, and I will pass to Marco.
Thank you. First, to get back just quickly on the praising ourselves, I didn't know that was a thing we should do. Normally, I would expect someone dishes praise to me, and that's all, right? But anyway, yeah, things that can improve or could be improved. For me, definitely, what I noticed from my perspective, onboarding new contributors somehow smoothly and giving them immediately an overview of the issues or the tasks they can pick up. And at the same time, it is important that these issues, whether they're documented in GitHub, are really good and descriptive, so they have immediately everything and no dependencies on other people to even begin a task, right? So it's important that those GitHub issues are really descriptive and have all the information needed for anyone that sees that for the first time can immediately start working. That's that, and yeah, that's all I think for now. Back to you, Tam.
Cool. Jake, would you like to go next?
Yeah, that's why down here do we have a job board? I mean, because most other Discords, they do. They have a job board, and we then are responsible, for each individual group. I don't know what someone may need in onboarding. I don't know what somebody may need in comms. If you actually get someone that's really good at social marketing, we need to get that person lined up and going. You know what I mean? For instance, we just had a really credible front-end dev show up, and we did work together really quickly to find a space for them. And that was really good. I'm actually really proud of us because he just kind of just showed up. But he has credibility and credentials, and he can work. And we threw him a bone, and I'm really glad we were able to do that. But in the future, we need to be more prepared for those things, because he was here looking through our stuff, and he didn't really know what to do or where to go, and he just showed up for the AMA, which is good. He was directed to go there. But I think if we had something already established, like what Marco was saying, whether it's a GitHub issue, but it's in the Discord, it's there for people to see where they can contribute without having to actually ask us all these questions. Then they know exactly where they should go or exactly who they should talk to. And then we can help direct them better. Yeah, I would really like a social, I mean, I know we have people involved in the social media aspect, but I don't know how well we coordinate that, which is going to be important. Because it's one thing before we launch, But once we are launched, for instance, you know, there's really nothing bigger in crypto than Twitter. There really isn't. And we need to shill. We need to shill the TEC. We need to advancing token engineering, and we need to do it like mad. And that's going to be our best place to actually get more people involved and to actually spread what we do. And on top of that, how many of you go to the labs on Friday? You don't. Now, if we're going to look for token engineers, you're going to need to be able to talk to some of these people. And they speak a language above my goddamn comprehension. Sitting in there in the advanced sessions that they are now is mind-blowing stuff. And it's very difficult. Now, they are patient, incredible people, and they're all engaging, and you can ask them all kinds of questions. But if you don't have any understanding or basis on what they're doing, how are we supposed to help them build what they want? You know,
Hey,
it's
Jake,
just
I hate
kind of
to
knowing your
interrupt.
demographic.
Just to mention, the lab this Friday is on chess. They're doing a chess simulation. Might be really fun.
Cool. Do you want to just wrap up, Jake, with the last few seconds?
Yeah, okay, I'm sorry. Yeah, go ahead, Tim. I'm sorry.
It's okay. It's just we have some more to get through and 20 minutes left. I'd like to make sure we get through it all. And Craig, you are the second to last. I'll be the last. Would you like to share your comments on what went well and your feelings and your thoughts on what went well and what we can do better? Oh! Nice. Oh, the little speak. Okay. That was very cool. That was worth his internet going down for. Okay, well then I'll go last. Yes.
No, I'm actually
your
here.
audio's working. Okay, cool.
Yeah, you can hear me? Cool.
Yes, we can.
Let's see. Yeah, dishing praise to yourself. It's okay. It took me a long time to do that. So yeah, you'll figure it. Still feel. Yeah, I guess without the benefit of the board and whatnot, and kind of halfway listening, I guess I'll just offer like a step back perspective in that we're also buried in so many details, but there's just so much amazing things being built right now. So if you have the time, like, and you're frustrated and buried, just be like, take a step back and have a look, because there's a lot of cool things going on. And things to do better, I would just say it seems like, yeah, focused energy to onboarding is where patch prepped, and you know, we have this small pause, which also seems to have been helpful for everyone. How do we get people with us, and how does everybody contribute to that? So that's all. Thanks.
Cool. Thanks for that. Okay. And I'm just going to share my thoughts too. I mean, what we did well, like the Discord server, transparency, contributors. We have some really like super motivated, really skillful contributors that are starting to find us and want to find ways to contribute with us, and that's becoming more and more evident, which is really, really a testament to what we're putting together. I think that's really cool. Praising ourselves. Hey, Marco, I also didn't know we were supposed to do this, or that it was even polite to do this. So I've started to add myself at the end of the list of people I'm praising if I was involved in it, as sort of like a little bit bashful to do that myself. But I'm going to try to do it so it's so we can also set a good precedent so everyone does do it too. I want to know how we can help Common Swarm. I mean, what can we do? You know, is it resources? Is it like, how can we help? I don't know what it is, but I'm super curious to try to find a way to help, especially if momentum is lost. And then for Hatcher onboarding and Hatcher outreach, man, we've done a really great dress rehearsal. We've really practiced. We've refined our presentations, and I think we all have a lot of experience under our belts now, and we can really ramp up how many people we're outreaching to. I think for me, it's really difficult just to get those calendar dates. It takes like 20-30 minutes just to put an hour calendar slot, and I'm really struggling to get past that hurdle. And I would say projects as well we need to focus on, and we could do that better. We didn't do it very well this sprint, so I would say for this sprint in particular, we've done it well in other sprints, but for this sprint in particular, we can do it better in the next sprint. And now my time is up. So cool. So the next step is going to be to vote on the 2 that you think are we'd like to address. And I would say there seems to be some themes around Hatcher and onboarding, onboarding Hatchers, amplifying proposals and reaching out for more proposals, token engineers, focusing on token engineers. Well, yeah, and the rest seem to be singlings. I'm not sure what this means. More contributors committing to issues. That sounds good, not bad. So maybe it's a different meaning than I understand. But I would say take 2 stars each person and put it on the one particular issue that you think we should focus on, that you think we should spitball actions to make better. Okay. Is there anyone who still needs another minute? Cool. All right, so if we zoom in, we see a clustering here. Oh, new one here. So one is more token engineers in our community, having an open list of token engineers in the space where everyone contribute and add names. Yeah, that's a fantastic idea. Yeah, so we have a nice cluster here and a nice cluster on helping in Hatcher onboarding, which is fantastic. I think that that one is probably easy for us to do too, or to take into the sprint. So 4 minutes for, whoops. 4 minutes for actions to improve, starting now. You can address specific issues, or if you just want to come up with something new, do that too. No restraints.
Zeptimus, I would love to hear your thoughts and ideas how to make comments better. If you can, because you have an inside look at Sam and how that's going.
Well, being honest, I think right now it changed. For example, yesterday they were working so hard. Yesterday night they sing with Pablo, Vivi, and Sam working, and then Sam was all night working. I think the worst part was gone. I mean, yeah, Sam. I mean, I don't know if I'd be saying that, but Sam was not feeling like super motivated, but he finds the motivation, and I feel he's working like since yesterday. Well, also he is sleeping right now because in 2 hours he wants to show us something. So yeah, I think they're doing better now. Yeah, just wanted to remove these bad feelings of common swap. I think they're working hard now.
It's not about bad feelings. It's more just like, how can the non-tech community engage? You know, like how I know, like on the dev side, we're stuck. It is what it is. But you can just type it too. Like if you can think of any ideas on how the rest of our community can swarm them, you know, and help in some ways.
I mean, yeah, what motivates a lot, as at least to Sam, is yeah, it's feeling like the people is caring. Sometimes, yeah, it's just that feeling like people is, like he loves to be more. I don't want to say acknowledged, but people saying, oh, yeah, more engaged in somehow. It's like they are working and they are splitted. They are not like with us all the time. Yeah, it's that feeling of being maybe apart, and yeah, something like getting them more with us. It will help a lot. I'm sure of that.
I think if we are able to get to know to everyone out there that's thinking on launching or developing something in the crypto space, if we can make them understand that our community is a place where they could get help from token engineers, that could be a way to onboard new people, not specifically related on token engineering, but those that are seeing crypto as a new space to develop, to create, to launch something new, but they can find on us the perfect community partner to find the token engineering members, people, support that they may need.
So we have 30 seconds, but I see people aren't moving on the board. So I'll ask Griff, you to read the actions, and anything that you want to add, please, people add to the bottom. Anything anyone wants to add should be added to the bottom.
Okay. Assignees taking care of updating take on issues only if you 200% you can complete them within the sprint. Make an open list of token engineers and token engineering projects to pass around. Recruiting YGG as a hatcher onboarder. How can the non-tech community help the tech expert? Share more the AMA on onboarding call. Contributor onboarding. Brainstorm to help motivate and support the common swarm. More memes! Someone dedicated to proposals exclusively next sprint. Volunteers for being Hatch outreachers. Prioritize Hatch outreach above all else for one. More contributors. Continue focusing on content targeted for TE expert. Infographics targeted at love to our devs. Coordinating a team for socials. Understanding what is token. We are a great team. Don't get complacent. Cool.
Yeah, those are fantastic. Okay. Yeah, Eduardo?
I feel heard on this last section. So thanks everyone to I don't know, I just feel heard. So thanks for that.
Heard, not hurt.
Yeah, heard. No, heard.
Awesome. Awesome. Okay, so we'll group these up and then we'll vote vote, and then we can wrap this up. Oopsie.
Hey, Griff, I do just want to say, Chewy being gone a whole week did have an impact. That was a big deal. So him being back and in the seat should also help if he is.
Okay, cool. It looks like we have some, some groupings. If you're ready, grab the stars, 2 per person, and let's vote. Juan, I see you taking 2. That was very smart. So if you can, try to make sure you are specifically on one issue, and if it's in a group, instead of sort of mixed in between, unless they really are the same action. Okay, does anyone else need a few more seconds? Does anyone need a few more seconds? Okay, cool. All right, so I see these 3 stars here. Make a list of token engineers and team projects to pass around. So that one seems to be like the runaway favorite. Cool. I think these are, sorry, I just need to move this a little bit. I think these are, one each, but around the Hatcher outreach and proposals. Doesn't really seem that got enough stars though. Assigning, taking care of, and updating and closing issues. Awesome, totally, that would be amazing and awesome. So, and we are a great team, don't get complacent. Cool, so we can definitely not get complacent. So I think our actions are make an open list. So we can open a GitHub issue to make an open list and figure out how we can start to, like, we can figure this out this sprint, but we can take this as an action in the sprint. And more from like a process standpoint is assignees updating and closing our own issues more regularly. I think that can also help us, especially in terms of like communicating what's happening on each particular issue, as well as what's going on in our working groups. Okay, we have 3 minutes. If anyone wants like 30-second closing, we have a few seconds to say something. Otherwise, we will end this 3 minutes early.
Okay, I quickly want to say something that Jake, hit the point that we need to talk the language of the token engineers. So let's start by onboarding a token engineer to onboard other token engineers. So that's why I suggested YGG, but maybe we can do like a guerrilla action.
I've been speaking with Sean, and we are going to do this, but he's just very busy. And I definitely think that's a great idea too, but he is very busy. And it's also going to be difficult for him to dedicate the time to now then try and take part in whether it's even being a steward or helping with other token engineers. I mean, otherwise he's going to be using part of his lab session to then tell the group, hey, come be a hatcher. He is very busy. He's got long tail finance. He's got he's got the CAD group, and he's got the lab, and then he's got the outfit he actually works for, and then he's already doing something else on a spinoff too. It's been really tough. I mean, I totally with you, Olivia. It's a great idea. Yeah, we all need to learn the language so we can get more in, and then they can contribute to that.
Yeah, I agree. My understanding too is YG extremely low bandwidth, and it would be phenomenal. So just keep us abreast of the progress. But it's a good idea, and if not YGG, perhaps somebody else in our list of TE engineers that will do this sprint will come to mind. Thanks for adding that, Livia. All right, on to sprint 5.
Can I add one?
See you all in our community.
Can I add one thing?
Yeah, Zed, go ahead.
On the things that also went well, we didn't mention, and the Omega working group looks so exciting. And there is a lot of philosophical questions that would help to understand the token engineering and what really, they are tackling a lot of issues we were mentioning. Just saying that they are doing an amazing work.
Yeah, good point. Cool. All right. See you at our next meeting, guys. Bye, everyone.